I am battling this one with myself, but I said to myself that I'm going to be true with myself. And when something bothers me, I say I'm going to address it with myself. And then I find another way to help me too is to share it. And believe you me, I am sad that Winona Judd, I hope I said her name right, Winona Judd, died from suicide as a result of her mental illness. Because whatever it was she was going through was debilitating. And she was tired of living with it. And that's the end result of a lot of people. But we have got to be able to address the issue right. We can't just say that because she's a celebrity and she's a famous person. And we don't want to say that it came from self-inflicted. They're not addressing it right. I hear them all the time saying they dying from suicide. Planting these seeds in the black people. I hear them saying suicide all the time. And I want them to use the proper words too, because see, they don't want to send the wrong signal out here to people that look like her, but might not be on the same stature as her because of mental illness. And it's hard for people to talk about it. It's so crazy. Crazy is the word. And I'm crazy too. I suffer from mental illness. I done contemplated death, but I didn't give in to that urge that I had, because I had more to live for that was worth more than me. It's a lot out there worth more than me. Now I love myself truly, but it's a lot of things out there worth more than me. It is. And I'm sorry. I am so sorry that she did not have the chance to express herself. And it was easier for her to write about it in a book than it was to talk about whatever it was that she was going through. I haven't read her book. I just heard about her book recently. And only reason I'm kind of knowing about this now is because of the news, CBS News. And I've heard it all day long, and so what made me Google how she died was their repeated saying, "Oh, she died from mental illness," and I knew then that it must have been it had to have meant suicide, and they not using the word suicide, they using the word mental illness, and I wish that they would say that about everybody. Say mental illness about everybody. It's so many people who've been dying from mental illness. Self-inflicted. That we know. Because we don't know. We don't know, we won't know. Hell, far as I know, somebody else could have did it. Somebody else could have did it for them. I don't know, I wasn't there. So that's alleged. Alleged. Far as I'm concerned, it's alleged that they died from mental illness or suicide. Somebody else could have did it for all I know. Hell, if I know. I don't know. I'm always motherfucking suspicious. I'm suspicious about everything. Every time somebody die, I'm fucking suspicious. Did somebody kill them? Did somebody kill him? Now, I don't know personally what she was going on in her head, because I ain't had no conversations with her. I haven't. I don't know. I honestly don't. All I know is my shitty brain and what it's living through and what it's trying to live through. And I don't know how my end gonna be. I honestly don't. But if I die from a self-inflicted wound, then say that I killed myself. as a result of my mental illness that was debilitating to me. And I could no longer bear the pain of mental illness. The pain from mental illness can be so overwhelming. If you've never had a panic attack, be glad. Panic attacks are debilitating. People are battling them every day. And anxiety and stress and worry and sickness. Some people their bodies are changing as they age, and it's hard. It's hard. And I don't know their story, but they are suffering. Mental illness is on the back burner in this society. It's the last thing that people want to talk about because they don't want to be held liable or accountable if you go all off on them. People go off because they're not allowed to express themselves. I don't believe in censorship. That's the same old rules from old. You shut your mouth and do as you told, and you'll survive. Because if you run your mouth too much, you might find yourself pushing up daisies somewhere. Yep, it is. It is. It is. It's the truth. I look at myself and how I sag and how I'm sagging. I ain't got no real teeth. I chose to pull all of them out because they kept on rotting out in different areas. And it was easier and cheaper just to get all my teeth pulled on out instead of, have you ever had that little clamp that they put across your teeth when you get a partial? And soon as that clamp go on there, your teeth start deteriorating right there where that clamp on there. Have you ever had them scrubbing on your teeth while they cleaning your teeth at your gum line? And where they scrubbed that with that little metal pick, you started getting decay at that gum line? So it seemed like I wasn't going to win no way. My teeth were like exposed. I ate a lot of sugar. I love sugar. And I chewed tobacco. And that helped speed up the process of my teeth rotting away. And so now I ain't got no teeth in my head. My hair done got gray. I ain't bouncing around like I used to. And I suffer from mental illness and things like that. But I try very, very hard not to let it affect me in a negative way. But depression, sometimes it's hard to express yourself and how you feeling because a lot of times people really don't want to listen. And you sad and you withdrawn and you in your own world because you feel safer there. And see, I don't know what some people are living and going through because I don't have a personal conversation with them. I just know what I'm going through and how hard it is for me. But one of the best things I've found is the ability to be able to express myself freely. And I have a hard time doing that when I'm sitting down in front of people because I constantly feel like they judging me constantly. I can't just say this. They're going to think there's something wrong with me. Or that fear of being labeled as crazy. When you got many forms of craziness. You got a lot of different forms of craziness. There's so many different. The list is so long. So it's a lot of different crazies out there. You should go read that list. You probably crazy too. You just don't know it. But I accept my craziness on all levels and whatever it is, and I try very hard to address it so that I won't, hold it in. I try hard. I found that holding it in was just tearing me up and eating me up on the inside because I was so sad and so distraught. And I felt like nobody cared. So this right here is my outlet. And you don't have to listen, but I post it anyway because I want. If one person can know, hold on, fight on. I know sometimes trauma is bad. Yes, it is. Talk about it. Find somebody to talk about it with. If you have to talk about it with yourself, just get it out of your head. Write it out of your head. Talk it out of your head. You can do just like this. Because I'm talking to myself right now. Me, myself, and I. And then I'm on shed. And somebody else may listen. And it could be a help for them. If you feel like you at the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang in there. Because just because you try to commit suicide don't mean you're going to live through it. I have seen people that did not live through it. That did live through it. I'm sorry. People that did live through attempted suicide. And when the body done gone straight. And then the life that they living in is a shell. Just because I might try to attempt it does not mean that I'm going to succeed. And I could be left in worse shape than I was before I thought that it was the perfect time for me to take my life. And my life is worth living, and so is yours. Everybody don't have to like you. You don't need everybody to like you. If you like yourself, that's one person enough. That's just enough. That is just enough. Don't nobody else have to care about you. All you need is one, and that's you. Because I'm trying so hard. I'm trying very hard to mean the world to me. And to love others. Treat others with the same loving kindness and respect that I wish to be treated with. Enjoy your Monday night.